Yo, what's up? I'm your host Jess, and this is CitrusLain. I know it's kind of been a minute, and by a minute I mean however long this is. But yeah, I like watching creepy videos. Come watch some with me.
Really good question. A113. Let's talk about it. So A113 shows up in a lot of cartoons, a lot of films, all that kind of stuff. Check this out. Now the official narrative is that it's a room at the California Institute of Arts where a lot of animators took a class. That's the official story. I find it really interesting because symbolism is very important in the entertainment industry. What do you guys think? Do you believe the official narrative, or do you think there's something more to it? So someone posed a really good question.
Okay.
A113.
I mean, there could totally be something to it. I thought he was gonna like actually propose a theory, not just speculate. There are comments saying like A113 is kid blood. If you know, you know. Adrenochrome's chemical number is A113. No coincidence. They aren't sentimental in those ways. Okay. Yeah, like the classic thing is it's a reference Pixar started to make, and so lots of places started to make it, or it was like maybe there's some like Disney animators who made the reference first, but yeah, I mean, don't know, could be.
There's a new scary Simpsons theory that I see.
What is it?
And you know that the Simpsons predict a lot.
Yeah.
So in the Simpsons, it's a new episode. In 2024, they predicted it. So in season 24, episode 9, Homer Simpson is in a bunker and he's preparing for like a doomsday thing with Marge. And she's like, they're setting up all the rice, all the beans, because they're like, we don't know how long this is going to take place.
Yeah.
And then over Springfield, the solar storm happens. Electricity is gone, Wi-Fi is gone, they have to live in that bunker. The scientists have said recently. And they said that we're going to experience a solar storm, aka internet apocalypse. We don't know where it ends, but you know what I mean, we don't know who decides that, right? But they've been saying that the sun has been getting super active, and they've been finding holes, super big holes in the sun that have been causing these like these solar storms in different parts of the world. Yeah. This is in 2024, man, and it's happening right now.
Damn, so they predict that shit.
We don't know, it hasn't happened yet, but you know how they predict stuff.
Because you heard what happened like recently? Just 10 of the most known billionaires have bought bunkers.
I mean, as far as like the billionaires buying bunkers, it's clear they have knowledge that we're not privy to. But as far as like, if a show runs long enough, it will like predict any number of things. I wouldn't take that as gospel. Like, oh no, it happened on The Simpsons. It must be true. It must be true. No.
There are three generally accepted kinds of aliens: the Greys, insectoids, and the reptilians. But 9 times out of 10, what people report seeing are the Greys. In fact, I'm dubious about the other two altogether, especially the reptilians. I don't think those accounts are credible.
Yeah, that would make anyone skeptical.
I'm sorry, getting ahead of myself. The first thing we need to do is determine whether or not you actually are experiencing an encounter.
Is that a test?
Just a series of questions. Helps weed out the lunatics.
Good. Let's do it.
Have either of you seen any bright lights in the sky above your neighborhood that moved in an unusual way?
No.
Have you experienced any severe headaches or migraines?
Nope.
Either of you heard a ringing in your ears that seems to be happening only inside your head?
Yes.
experienced any unexplained illnesses, strange allergies, or nosebleeds?
Yes.
Yes.
Have you witnessed any abnormal behavior by animals in your neighborhood?
3 different flocks of birds flew into our house the other day.
I would say that qualifies. Have either of you experienced any blackouts, stretches of time that you can't account for? And have you experienced the feeling that you might not be in control of your own body?
How do you know all this?
You are not alone in this. Others have experienced what you're going through and have struggled the way you're struggling now.
Why are the Greys, or whatever they are, so interested in us? What makes us so special?
Nothing. There's nothing special about you. I'm sorry. You were hoping for a different answer. But this is beyond our comprehension. What answer would a lab rat understand from a scientist in a white coat putting electrodes in its brain, giving it cancer? I've interviewed literally thousands of people who claim to have been visited by the Greys. They come from all walks of life. The only thing they have in common is that their lives have become a living hell because of it. People think of aliens as these beings invading our planet in some great cataclysm, destroying monuments, stealing our natural resources. But it's not like that at all. The invasion already happened.
Okay, for real though, what is going on in New York City right now? I have to tell you about my night last night and then the earthquake this morning. So I'm trying to go to sleep. It's like 12 a.m. and I hear this like chanting noise. And sometimes there's protesters. I live in downtown Manhattan. So I'm like, oh, whatever, you know, your classic protest late at night. Wonder what they're talking about tonight. I hear chanting and I notice as I'm trying to fall asleep, I'm like, okay, I like feel like I know what they're chanting. Then I'm like, wait, I know this song. They are chanting / singing, "This girl is on fire." And I'm like, wait, like, are they protesting something? Like, do they sing Alicia Keys now when they protest? Or was this like a super late night concert? Then I thought it was like the crazy homeless guy on our street, but no, like, he wasn't singing. So between that last night and the earthquake this morning, I think this is a sign of an apocalypse. And the soundtrack is Alicia Keys' "This Girl Is on Fire," but maybe we need to replace it with "The Earth Is on Fire."
The story sounds partially made up, but like that would be hilarious to like stumble upon a protest and it be just people singing Alicia Keys tracks. One of the comments says, "Welcome to Jumanji."
It's happening.
No AI Rogan. No. Beware AI Rogan.
We saw these all over Washington. Now, some of these other people sent to me, but we all saw the same thing all around town. Check it out.
At 2 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, Follow to see more.
Yeah, I don't know. That didn't seem legit to me for some reason. Can we also, like, I know I'm only like a baby step better than this, but like, can we stop with the like reaction videos of people just like sitting there not doing anything, like not even making a facial movement, like that's just so I know people have made that joke before, but that's just so fucking stupid. Can you hear my stomach?
Yep, this terrifying situation is about to come true, and 2024 may be the start of a new ice age. Citizens were terrified after scientists confirmed that Italy and the rest of the world is in big danger and there's not much we can do. Volcano Campifragre is said to be the world's second most powerful volcano, and it's about to erupt. And when it erupts, it can cause the same damage as Pompeii to the world. The issue is that Campifragre currently lays on top of magma that is reported to be connected to Mount Vesuvius. This means that when Campifragre erupts, it's believed both volcanoes could go off at the same time, causing not only destruction of Italy, but possibly turning the entirety of Earth into a permanent winter for up to 3 years. Not only affecting the crops, but the air quality and our drinking water won't be safe anymore. Currently, there is a big chance Campifragre could go off in the very near future, with 1,100 earthquakes happening near Naples in just the past month, with a study from the Communications, Earth and Environmental Journal saying that this eruption is a realistic possibility. Time to head to the moon.
1,100 earthquakes in a month? Holy shit, that's incredible. My god. Wait, was this 2023? I need more recent stuff, please.
So, quick question for everybody who said nothing was gonna happen after this eclipse. Please step to the podium and let your girl know, what the hell am I looking at right here? Things have gotten so strange ever since April 8th.
One of the comments says, doesn't he work for Geico?
And when I tell y'all, it's just getting stranger by the day. I'ma show y'all. But first, let's start with this. What is that? A woman said she was hiking in
that is a Bigfoot.
a remote part of Canada. She said that she took this photo on Vancouver Island of a strange and hairy person. Miss ma'am, that is not a person. I don't know what it is. And you the GOAT for standing around to even get the footage, because I would have hauled ass. See, the thing about me is I'll never get any good footage for y'all. I'm not sticking around to see what's going to happen next. I'm going to live to tell the story. But shout out to her though, because this is great footage. But y'all let me know, what exactly are we looking at right here?
Yeah, but the difference there is you're going to get away and nobody's going to believe you. And she got away and has a picture. So now people are like, what's going on?
Look at them playing in our faces.
Actually, I don't
hologram
know.
in the sky in California.
No, it's straight up and down.
Doing the Bobby Smurf.
No, it has something on the side, Robert. Yeah, I got a picture. Oh, yeah? Uh-oh, Iron Man, sorry.
South Carolina. This happened.
I'm sorry,
this
what?
Is the result of that. What is going on, y'all? And remember in my demon face video, I told y'all we've been walking amongst those beings for the longest. Let me show y'all what I mean.
Oh, that thing right now!
Original demon face.
I got some of you dancing around on the floor right now. Get on up out of bed. Come on.
Now this man or this thing been walking amongst us for a
my bad.
long time. Yet we never really truly paid attention to how evil and demonic he looked until now. Maybe it's because the energies on the planet has changed and we can see who he truly is. That man looked crazy as hell. But speaking of demon face syndrome, have y'all seen all the stories up and down the timeline of people saying that they've been taking pictures, and when they look at the pictures, the people's faces look distorted, or they walking down the street and the people's faces are distorted? Like, this is not no syndrome. This is some spiritual shit. This is demonic energy. That's what that is. And like I said, as long as the energies keep rising and changing on the planet, your third eye is going to keep expanding and opening, and you're going to continuously see what's walking amongst you. Last night is what took the cake for me, though. I'm sitting here chilling in my room, minding my business, and I hear like a loud crash, or what it sounded like a crash, and then it sounded like some little creatures. It was like, I can't make a good impression, y'all, but it was a noise that I never heard in my life. And at first I was like, damn, am I feeling a little too nice? Am I tripping? But then my daughter came out the bathroom real quick and was like, did you hear that? And I'm like, yeah, I heard that. Like, what was that? That didn't, like, it didn't sound normal. It didn't sound like a car crash or nothing like that. It sounded like some weird shit. Like I said, a UFO crash or something weird happened. But guess who wasn't going outside to check? You guessed it. Me. Shit. What I look like? I did look out the window, though. I looked out my front window. I went to the side window. I went to the back window. I couldn't see nothing. But I know something happened. And it was some weird shit. Anywho, I'm interested to see what the rest of this week, month, year gonna bring. Hell, it's been so much happening every single day. It's never a dull moment now. Y'all let me know what kind of strange stuff y'all been seeing around your way. Peace, love, light, and gratitude for watching.
I really haven't, like, personally seen anything weird. It's been pretty normal in, you know, the neck of the woods that I live in, but, like, I have seen a lot of videos of people posting stuff like that. The dude floating, I was just like, man, there's just a dude trying to astral project. Leave him alone. But also, like, go outside, get footage. What are you doing? Why aren't you getting footage? Watching.
The United States government doesn't want you to know what really happened in Miami New Year 2024.
I look back, no cap, yo, no cap. I look back, it looked like a big ass shadow, but it was solid at the same time.
Disclaimer, this video is for entertainment purposes only and shouldn't be taken serious. Hundreds of police officers, helicopters, and more showed up for a call that allegedly was teenagers fighting with sticks. That's what they are telling us happened. But have you ever seen a police response like this for a fight? What if the truth is so sinister that once it gets out there, Pandora's box will forever be open? It's said that 7 to 10 foot tall creatures cloaked like something from a Predator movie and appearing as shadows was in that mall. People inside were firing gunshots at these creatures, and everyone was so scared that nobody could even pull out a phone to record. They was in fight or flight mode, and they was flighting. But this man later recorded the truth. Watch this.
A few shadows, but they were solid at the same time, and it almost looked like they was coming our direction, like they was chasing us, but they was disappearing and reappearing closer. So I'm like, yo, so we start really moving. Next thing you know, we start hearing more gunshots, like these dudes start fighting.
And listen to what this pastor says.
I've been trying for 7 years, and I get ridiculed if I start talking about these are not aliens from another planet. These are interdimensional beings that have been given a body.
I think that's a fair assessment. Like, people are very easy to believe. It is very easy for people to believe, oh, creatures are traveling the vast distance of space and taking an interest in us. But for some reason, they can't also accept that, like, these could be, like, interdimensional entities that are, like, breaking through, like, the fabric of space-time, or, like, something is assisting them in breaking through that fabric of space-time. And also, they weren't just in fight or flight. They weren't just in flight. Like, if they were shooting, they were clearly in fight mode too. Just saying.
This business saying I was going to expose. When I talked about Michael Jackson, when I talked about R. Kelly, they canceled me for these things, because why would you talk about another black dude? Race is not where the line is drawn. It's God's side and the other side. And we don't care nothing about the other side. Period. All of these big dick deviants is all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is. TG Jakes, any of them. All lies will be exposed. That's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong way. The truth is the light.
I need to have another one of these.
Amen.
Gee. I kind of get on there.
Right.
After that, I don't.
really kind of know where to go. Let me one more time.
Right.
We good now?
Because the people want to know, well, why would he get blackballed?
Yeah,
oh, because in 30 years I've done nothing but collect information, knowledge, and your secrets. So if you and a man was in a corner doing something you wasn't supposed to be doing,
you will tell it.
No, somebody come to tell me.
Okay.
I gather that. I value that. I'll pay for that. Come, tell me. I know so many things I shouldn't know, and they all know it. They all know it. Why? Because you don't make me the villain. Not the guy that raises black children and ain't never done a hard drug in his life and don't have no stories of doing nobody dirty. And they'll just go out and they'll lie. The industry doesn't mess with Cat because he didn't show up for the studio. No studios have ever said that. Look at my IMDb. It will show you.
I have a lot of respect for Cat. I'm really interested to see what happens in the popularity industry, because he's not just a comedian like in Hollywood. I would say in like the music industry, but he's not really like connected to music like that. He just has information, but information is powerful. And then some of the comments are like, and he said Cat was drinking too much, he was nervous, now he doing the interviews trying to make Cat seem crazy. And then dude who posted the video originally, it's okay, we all know Cat is not crazy, the truth will keep coming out, God don't like ugly. True.
Nostradamus, the famous 16th
No
century.
AI videos.
So I went and saw Late Night with the Devil, which is like a super low budget movie that's actually playing in quite a few movie theaters. Kind of had zero expectations going into it because I knew that it was made for, I think, under $1 million. Something caught me so off guard about this movie, and I realized why no major production companies probably wanted to make it or pick it up. And immediately right off the bat when this movie starts, there are 9 production company introductions before the actual movie starts. So I was like, what the heck is going on? Because normally if it's like a DreamWorks movie, they'll do the little DreamWorks animation and then the movie starts, right? This movie had 9 of those. So it took 9 of these like independent film companies to get this movie made, and they only spent $1 million on the whole movie. And so I'm like, okay, there's a reason why. Sorry, there's something wrong with my air fryer, and so I had to move away from it. But I quickly realized the reason is because a significant part of this movie is about the Bohemian Grove. And if you don't know what the Bohemian Grove is, like, that is a whole nother rabbit hole that you need to go on because it's actually insane. But I know no big Hollywood executives wanted to take this movie on, probably for that reason. And it kind of exposes like how corrupt and evil it is, and like the lengths that people go to gain fame and just the evil things that go on there. And my husband and I were like shocked when they were like showing imagery like of the Bohemian Grove, talking about the Bohemian Grove. We're like, isn't this like a secret? I don't know. But then I quickly realized how many people have no idea what the Bohemian Grove is, because we got home and we were talking to our in-laws who were watching our kids, and they had no idea. Like, they've never heard of the Bohemian Grove. My parents had never heard of the Bohemian Grove. Out of my entire family, 1 person knew what it was. But I definitely recommend seeing the movie. It's a very campy, fun horror film. I feel like it's going to be a cult classic in a few
Has she said the name of the movie and I'm just missing it?
years. Let me know if you guys saw that movie and if that completely caught you off guard. So I went and saw Late Night with the Devil, which is like a...
I just completely missed it at the beginning. My Late Night with the Devil. Okay. Cool. Yeah.
Oh crap. Is 2024 the beginning of the end and the year of the beginning of the apocalypse? If you're saying no, I wouldn't be so sure about that. This movie right beside me, The Book of Eli, came out in 2010, and it's about the post-apocalypse world, and wait till I show you what's in the movie. Is Denzel Washington speaking to us and showing us the beginning of the end? Look at the scene right here. What's that on the wall? We'll blow it up again. It says the year is 2024 AD. And if you zoom in right here on the poster, it tells you it's a tale about a boy, his dog, and survival. 2024 AD. A future you'll probably live to see. That we will all live to see. Are they trying to tell us that the apocalypse will start this year? I'm sure we all feel that heavy cloud above us right now that things aren't normal, and that this year specifically is going to be really crazy. You just know it. You just know it. Then we have the 2017 eclipse, and the final one for a long time will be in 2024 in April, making a giant X over America. A tale of two Trumps, if you will. Or maybe I'm just being crazy. What do y'all think?
I do think there's, like, even if people want to discredit numerology, I definitely think that it rears its head every so often. I not related to 2024, but, like, I didn't realize that until watching the Fallout show and then going back and playing the older games, I didn't realize that the bombs dropped in 2077. That's just not a detail that I remembered for whatever reason. So, like, Cyberpunk 2077, Fallout having the bombs drop in 2077, I'm very curious to see, like, granted that's 50 years down the road, but, like, 53 years down the road, but I'm, like, curious to see what happens towards that. And I know those are games that are, like, tabletop games, and they're like all kind of based on each other and based on common things, but I just would like to know what the significance of that number is. Just my own thought. She looks drugged. Like, I guess it's weird that she's opening her bottle like that. But, like, it's funnier that she is, like, looks absolutely drugged. Burning and burning and burning and burning and burning and burning and burning. Burning. Mirror shit's freaky. Unnecessarily freaky.
Alright, guys. We're pretty sure we're onto a pretty big...
Oh, I've reacted to this one before. It definitely looks like they're in Kmart. I don't think I wrote their name down, though.
In seconds, breaking news from inside the Capitol building. Anti-Israel protesters just shut down the largest cafeteria on the Senate side, and they were chanting, according to our producers there, they were saying that the Capitol Police are chanting everybody out or be placed under arrest, and the protesters were shouting back, this is the house of the people. The Senate can't eat until Gaza eats. Fox News has now learned that many of those activists are the same ones who interrupted Secretary Lloyd Austin's testimony earlier today during a Senate Armed Services hearing that was looking into the military budget. Now, we have seen so many of these protesters now show up, even outside the Wilmington, Delaware home of the President of the United States. They follow Biden around everywhere he goes now, every state. And they may not have been protesters, but the vote against him that was uncommitted in places where we've seen so much anti-Israel movement, like Michigan. In those places, those voters were above 100,000 voting uncommitted, not for Biden. So this is a political side. We have the video, roll. So here it is. So protesters gathered, shutting down the largest cafeteria on the Senate side of Capitol Hill, making their voices heard, going back and forth with cops.
They probably have a big student.
America, we're hoping to bring you this.
It's crazy. It's crazy that happened a month ago, and I have no memory of it. Like, either I didn't hear about it, or I am just that dumb. Wow. It's so big it looks fake. Wow. Oh, there's more. There's a comment from a guy named Jesse Hurst that says, I'm from the Midwest. The only time you should be afraid of a tornado you can see is when it looks like it isn't moving, because that means it's coming right at you.
Flat. I know the Earth is flat.
Seriously?
Astrology and flat Earth or true Earth are symbiotic. You cannot have one without the other. If you have a ball and you are spinning, flying through space, chasing this fireball, your constellations would change every now and then. And our constellations have never changed. The stars have never changed. We have the same 12 zodiac signs that we had back in the Dendera stones in Egypt over 5,000 years ago. We're not moving. Every single ancient society knew this. The Mayans, the Aztecs, the Hindus, the Egyptians, every single ancient culture knew that we live in a geocentric universe, not a heliocentric, where we are spinning, chasing this ball of fire while all of these other planets are rotating around us, while all of these other stars are rotating around us. If that was the case, Polaris would move, number one, which is the North Star, and it doesn't. Number two, all of the constellations would not rotate solely around Polaris, but they do. Therefore, we are the center of the universe. Believing in the Big Bang Theory is something that is very common today, where people think, we're the product of an accident and that, we don't have a creator. We're just here to consume and live our best life and not live up to our potential. But if you're the center of the universe, that means that you're very special. That means that you have a creator who is very conscious and cares about you. And when you see yourself as being watched by these heavenly bodies above you 24/7, you start to take your life a little bit more seriously.
Do you believe the Earth is flat?
No, man. These flat Earth videos. Polaris doesn't move in the sky because that is just how vast space is. Right? Like, that's not hard to understand. Like, when I hear arguments from flat earthers, it really just sounds like, three-dimensional space is just too hard to think about, so it just can't be. Like, that just, what? There are, like, things that say our astrology signs should have changed, like, that at this point they would be offset, so you would like go a year back, or you would go one back. So instead of me being a Virgo, I would be a Leo, and like instead of my ex being a Libra, she would be a Virgo. But like, I think there's some significance in astrology, but not like, that helps me determine whether or not the world is flat. No, and that the Big Bang doesn't exist. I don't know. Like, granted, the Big Bang is just a theory, but like, it is the most convincing theory that we've been able to come up with as far as to explain the universe. And also, like, that's so like, you can have a creator that is detached from you but still cared about your existence and is letting you live your existence. I had a humanities teacher named Mr. Flannery when I went to Harrison County High School in northern Kentucky, and I asked him, he seemed like a religious dude, but he also seemed very scientific. And so one day I asked him, do you believe in God or do you believe in evolution? And he was like, I believe that God created an evolving universe. And okay, yeah, I mean, you don't have to believe in, like, strictly what the, like, Catholic faith describes, but, like, that doesn't mean disregard it entirely, like, and I'm not saying that I believe completely. I'm still, like, coming to terms with, like, my own belief system and my own faith, but I went to Catholic school, and I've always, like, researched, other religions, so I think that's where I'm gonna end it today. Thanks for watching these with me. Appreciate it. If you want to like and sub and do all this stuff, that's cool. But you don't have to by any means. Yeah. I know I have been very lackluster with making the videos, and I will change that. We're going to do a video every couple of days. I think daily is too much. But I want to actually get this like rolling and moving, and I enjoy doing this with you guys. So, thanks. Have a happy rest of your Saturday, and have a good weekend. See you Monday. Yeah, that's 2 days.